Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Breaking the Big Three, episode 10, and we are still here. We're still here at Genclerbirligi after saving my job. And all I can say is, what a difference an episode makes. Dodgy Gamer here, thank you for joining me for another episode, and we're going ahead with the Besiktas game. We're on to Besiktas today, but just look at this table. Just look at this table. This is unbelievable if you think what we've just been through. We are fourth. We've also got a game in hand on Galatasaray. If we beat Besiktas today, we're going to go third, at least temporarily. Unbelievable. Let me show you what's been happening since that epic madness against Trabzonspor. So Trabzonspor, that was the game where there was all that late drama, the penalty and all that, and managed to save the job. Immediately after that, it was at the end of the last video. You can go back and watch that if you missed it. I got the message from the board saying, okay, you did it, you got the 8 points, you're safe. A couple of days after that, they opened contract talks, which was great. So I've got a new deal, same money, but I've got a 3-year contract, so it's going to be a bit more difficult for them to threaten to sack me in the future. Did negotiate a few things. I got improved youth recruitment and junior coaching. I asked for a parent club, and they said okay, and then they said we couldn't find one. But never mind. I was happy with that. We followed that up with a 1-0 win at newly promoted Gazi Shahir. So that was Milinkovic with the goal in the second half. We then had a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde game against Sivasspor. We were very poor in the first half. I gave them a bit of hairdryer treatment, and then we came back in the second half, but I just got to pull this one up. So we went 2-0 down early in the second half, but immediately pulled one back, and then it was all about us from then on. And look at that. Penalty on 53 minutes. Baddy stepped up, and he missed it. Then a second penalty with 6 minutes to go. Baddy was off by then. Ranti is our normal penalty taker, but he was being rested for the game. Claro stepped up, missed it. Both of them, though, were fantastic saves by the Sivasspor keeper, Roche. The first one dived down low to the corner and got a hand to it, and the other one was high to the corner, and he got a hand to that as well. But then Shaban Ishak, we threw everything forward, and yet again a 90th minute goal which got us the point. And this is something where I think the dynamics makes a huge difference. I'll show you those in a second, but a couple of times last season when we were chasing a point or a win and we needed to put the pressure on in the last 10 minutes, I was doing all the tactical instructions, giving the shouts, and nothing was happening. But now there's a much better atmosphere at the club, and when we need to chase the game, the players are actually chasing the game. And then since Sivasspor, we've gone on a mini run. Very good win against Kayserispor, our best performance possibly under my management so far. 3-0 win, and we never looked like losing that game. And then a very good result away to Başakşehir, who were 8th at the time we played them. We managed to get a 2-0 win despite Sabri Sarıoğlu getting himself sent off in the second half. Shaban Ishak again with 2 goals with a brace. He's in really great form. And yeah, I hope that continues. We've got a real star player on our hands there. And then we had a cup game. We were right to Sarıyer, who are down in the İkinci League, or the second league. So that's the 3rd tier, and they're in the relegation zone of the 3rd tier. Brought in a lot of backup players, gave them their game time. We were 2-0 up at half-time. I did shout at the players a bit. We had the reverse Jekyll and Hyde performance where, we were awful in the second half, and we let them get a goal back. Anyway, Besiktas today. I said dynamics, so let's have a quick look. Yeah, you see, it's all in the green. So good match cohesion, very good dressing room atmosphere. Players are happy, and very good managerial support. I've even had now with contracts, the Hoff came asking me for a new contract, the goalkeeper. I said, can you wait till the end of the season? He said, okay. Claro asked for a new contract again. I asked him to wait till the end of the season. He said, no, I want it now. So we eventually negotiated something with him. And then I had, the only problem is Isa. Kamal Issa came asking for a new contract, and you see rated at 4 stars. He is one of the best players we've got. Tried the same things. He just signed a new contract actually last season. Sorry, this is the full story, and he's got 3 years to go on that deal. So I said no, and then he went and complained to the team. But the good thing is only one player was unhappy about it and wanted to speak to me. The rest of the team, there were a couple of players who supported me. The rest of the team were just like, yeah, whatever. So that's a good turnaround. I'm going with a 4-4-2 against Besiktas today, counter-attacking. This is the same formation we used against Trabzonspor. I'm just mixing it up a bit because we've been using the 4-3-3 in the last couple of games, so Besiktas might not be expecting this. So hopefully that's going to get us some advantage. So we've got Hoff in goal, Mills and Claro in the centre of defence. Ahmet comes in for the suspended Sabri at right back. Yusuf comes in for Attila, who's came back from his suspension, but he picked up a knock. Then we've got Kajar and Isa in the middle of the park. We've got Milinkovic as an inverted winger on the right, and we've got the youngster Berke Inal. I'm going to give him a run out today on the left. Shaban and Ranti up front. Let's see what we can do. Okay, team talk time. So, what are we going to tell them here? We're not really after a win. Just say all the best out there tonight. Have fun. Not a very inspiring team talk. I have faith in the defence. I have faith in everybody. Let's just keep them all as happy as possible. I mean, Besiktas are below us in the table, but of course they've got to be favourites. Okay, Sabri Sarolo, we look good in training. We're fine. Okay, let's see what we can do against Besiktas. I think last season we had a draw with them at home and then a narrow defeat away, although they were all over us in the away game, but we managed to keep it down to just a single goal. Okay, corner for us here. Kajar knocks it back in. Back in out to Ranti. Yes, Ranti has done it again. Whoa! Good goal, Ranti. Let's have a look at that again. So from the other angle, yeah, it just comes out to Kajar. That's why I've got him positioned there. Berke Inal, beautiful ball. Ranti first time, and they left the posts uncovered. So we've got it. Let's tell them. Oh, I was supposed to click on concentrate. I clicked on get creative. Oops. Hopefully that's not going to cause us to leave too many holes at the back. Okay, we've won the ball back though, and we're coming forward again. Out to Berke Inal. Oh, he kind of just failed to control it there. I think it was, yeah, it was hit slightly high, so we can't blame him too much for that. Uh-oh. And they've skipped past our left back there, and they've equalised immediately. Okay, yeah. Get creative hasn't even come into play yet. Oopsie doopsie. I need to tell them to concentrate soon. Okay. We've been seriously overrun in midfield, they say, but I was kind of expecting that, and that's why we've set up the counter-attack. Alright, not much happening now since that goal. Oh, what's happened to Kajar here? Potential foot injury. Let's see if we can get him to half-time. Right, Issa with a beautiful sliding tackle. Out to Shaban. Can he knock it in for Ranti? Oh, Ranti's hit the post. Ah, he hits the post at least once a match, this guy. Oh, that should have been 2-1. Okay, we've still got a chance here, though. Kajar, what's he going to do with it? Okay, knocks it wide to Yusuf. Back to Kajar in the middle. You've got time, you've got time. Ooh, nice effort. Probably could have gone for a through ball there, but alright, we'll let you off this time. Okay, we're having a lot of the play here. This counter-attacking is finally clicking with my team. Out to Ahmet. Milinkovic. Ooh, Kajar nearly got the ball through. Oh, but now we've got the counter-attack from Besiktas, but we just beat them off the ball. Nice bit of rough stuff. Oh, and we nearly got the ball through to Shaban. Alright, I like what I'm seeing so far, but we need to turn this into a second goal at some point, because Besiktas are dangerous. Oh, and they nearly got a second. Let's concentrate. Let's just get to the break. Tied at 1-1. And then we'll have a look at Kajar. Probably needs to come off. Okay, we made it to the half at 1-1, and a pretty even game. I mean, Besiktas have edged it slightly, maybe with better chances and a bit more possession, but you know, I'm happy with that. So let's have a look. Who can I bring on for Kajar here? Probably the only option is Guidelay is going to be the best option in that position. Alright, let's just have a look at the tactics before we get into the team talk. Yeah, so Guidelay is fine there. I got to tell them that I'm happy with their performance so far. Let's keep it up. Don't want to tell them to be trying harder when we're playing one of the top teams. And the defending champions, let's not forget. They had a bit of a shaky start to the season, Besiktas, but they have won the last 3 titles in a row. Okay, that was just the opening highlight. Okay, no shouts available at the moment, probably because I did one late in the first half. Just encourage them a bit. And we're having another quiet spell. Yeah, neither side has crafted a chance. Okay, Besiktas have just added a couple of extra chances. Starting to open up a bit more now. I am going to look into making a sub. Anyone there who's tired out a bit. Okay, Berke in out. So I'm going to bring on the pace of Holtman for this last 20 minutes or so. Probably want to hold off on making another sub just now because it would be my 3rd and final substitution. Okay, still nothing happening here. Let's tell them to concentrate as we approach the end, and we'll look for a late sub. Okay, what can we do here? Okay, I mean, Claro and Owers are not having great games at the back, and Owers is pretty tired, so maybe that's the thing to do. I can bring on Zeki Yavru just to tighten things up, although, yeah, the midfield, that's a bit of a worry. Let's undo that, actually. Owers is holding up better than these guys, so go away. I need to bring on Baddy. Okay, Baddy on for Isa. I don't want to play with this too much, because I always fear if I tinker and I go defensive and then they score, I'm just going to regret it. But now I might regret not doing anything as Besiktas get an attack. Okay, good, we dealt with it. Claro back to the Hoff, who kicks it wide, but straight to a Besiktas player, and they're coming forward again. Okay, good defending, good defending. That was a good block there, whoever it was. I couldn't quite tell. And we're into injury time. Milinkovic with a chance to win it for us. Oof, okay, straight at the keeper. But that's going to eat up a few seconds. Let's just concentrate on this, boys. They're going to launch one last attack. Let's just make sure nothing comes of it. Okay, that's one way to make sure nothing comes of it. Kick the guy in the shins. Okay, Shaban just didn't quite read the ball there, so Besiktas have got it now, but surely the whistle's going to blow any second. Come on, ref. There we go. Good play. Our unbeaten run continues. We actually had more shots. They had more shots on target. We had more shots overall. 50-50 possession. So you've got to say 1-1 is a fair result for that match. So I am going to tell the players, yeah, I'm happy with that performance. Good job. You didn't demand much from me. I didn't have to go tinkering around at the end. So I'm happy. That leaves us in 4th place. We're now level on points with Galatasaray. Obviously, we could fall behind Fenerbahce if they win their game tomorrow, but yeah, I've got to be happy with a home draw against Besiktas. So, I'm going to fast forward a bit more. We're going to play Bursaspor, who we can see today lost to newly promoted Adana Demirspor, so they're a bit out of sorts. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. I'll see you in just a moment. So here we are, ready for match 2 of this episode. We're away to Bursaspor, but before we begin, a couple of community shout-outs. First of all, thank you to everyone who's subscribed to the channel so far. We've now passed 30 subscribers. At the time I'm recording this, we're on 32. So thank you very much to all of you. And please keep watching. Also, a couple of shout-outs. Been getting some feedback and some retweets on Twitter, which is very much appreciated. So first of all, Daniel Gear, DGear86 on Twitter, also part of Grassen Gear. So he's been following, he manages Kasim Pasha in one of his saves, has a blog about it. I'll put a link in the description. And also Old Lady Plays, thank you very much for your follow Friday shout out, and again there's a link to her channel in the description to this video as well. But let's get on with today's game. So Bursaspor are favourites, despite the fact they're in quite poor form. They're just above the relegation zone. Bursaspor and Kayserispor, those are two teams that were up at the top last season, and they've now dropped down completely. They're still the favourites based on their home advantage, so we're going to stick with that same 4-4-2 that we just used against Besiktas. Few changes in the team though. Bad news that the Hoff has picked up an injury in training. He's going to be out for a month, so we brought up our backup Bostan in goal for his first start of the season. Also, Attila is still out, so we've got Yusuf in at left back, and Ranti has picked up a knock, so I'm resting him completely today. I'm not going to risk him. We do have an international break coming up, but still I just don't want to risk it. So Serginho is going to start, and then we'll probably look to bring Mariki on for some game time if necessary. Anyway, let's submit the team. Okay. And see what we get today. So we see Bursaspor lining up with a 4-2-3-1. The great Khalili is there in the centre of defence. He left us. He didn't like what was happening at Genclerbirligi, and he's left us for a club that are now down where we were last season. Well, we're riding high at the top, so serves you right, great Khalili. Okay, anyway, let's get that out of the mind. We're the underdogs. Let's cause an upset. They like it when I say that. Midfield, you've got what it takes. Good, they look happy. And the attack also, you've got what it takes. Yes, everyone's looking happy. We've left Cheetos out. Yes, it's because of his recent injury problems. He's not ready to start this match. It's important not to rush him back. Absolutely. He only got cleared yesterday. Okay, so we start the game. Mills going for the long ball again. Must have learnt that at Nottingham Forest. Alright, so nothing much happening so far. Bursaspor seem to have had the better of the play. And they've got a free kick here. Good play, Sabri. I like that. Up to Shaban. Shaban knocks it over to Serginho. Is he going to play a cross back in? No, he goes for the shot. Probably should have crossed that into the middle. There was a runner coming in. But okay, I don't know if Ranti would have probably done better in that position. But there's nothing we can do about that now. Alright, have to watch out for Guy Delay. It seems to have taken a knock, and he's picked up a yellow as well. Oh, speaking of Guy Delay, he just lost the ball in the centre of the park. Okay, they're going to get the cross in, and they've scored. Well, they have been the better side. This reminded me of the Sivasspor game that was off camera. We were pretty poor in the first half there as well, but we were using a 4-3-3 that day. I know Bursaspor are out of form and in a low position, but I didn't want to go for that 4-3-3 more attacking formation. Just thought it was too much of a risk. Will I regret that? We'll see. But nice play by Issa to pick the ball up. Milinkovic sends a nice one over the top. Serginho, ooh, just over the bar again. Ranti probably would have put that away. Okay, but you know we've got to give these squad players their chance, haven't we? And okay, one last chance to get a goal. Yes, and it's Mills. It's Mills with his first goal for the club. Towering centre back knocks it in. Not really deserved, I have to say, but it's a great time to score. I'm sure I'll be asked about that in the press conference afterwards. And it's going to be 1-1 at the break. Although it does actually make my team talk a little bit more difficult, because I wanted to tell them they've been rubbish. But 1-1 away from home is not so rubbish, so what are we going to tell them? My assistant says encourage the team. I say they've been unlucky, or I tell them I'm not happy. I'll say unlucky. Okay, most of them are motivated. Guy Delay, I'm going to take him off actually. I don't know if he's down to 70. I'm not sure why that is. Did I just not pay attention to that? But I've got plenty of options. We can bring on Samed. Samed is going to be the best person to stay with the ball-winning midfielder role. So let's go back. Yep, everything's ready, I think, to start the second half. All right, let's see. I'll be happy with a draw. That would mean back-to-back draws, but still, you know, better than back-to-back defeats like we were having on the first few episodes of Season 1. Alright, nothing much going far. Did I just say Mills has been imperious in the air? Good, he's having his best game for the club so far. Although I always find with defenders, when they've scored a goal like that, it does kind of inflate their rating a bit artificially. Probably in terms of his defensive work, he's closer to the 6.5 that Claro's got. Okay, let's look. Is there anyone with tired legs out there? Who can I bring on? Should bring Ahmet on. He was complaining in pre-season. He said he wanted to run in the team. I gave him a run in the team, and as soon as he said he was happy, I dropped him. I better bring him back in before he gets unhappy again. That'll do for now. Might look to change things up front for the final 10 minutes. But again, a bit like the Besiktas game, I don't want to tinker because I'm happy with a 1-1 away from home to Bursa. Okay, we are going to make that final change. Let's bring on Mariki. Hasn't played much this season. Yeah, I'm going to let him be the target man. We'll let Serginho finish the game. If we were chasing this, I'd leave Shaban on. But okay, another corner. Another set piece. Serginho's got it. What's he going to do? Nice ball to Holtman. Holtman, come on, use that pace. Gets the cross in. Mariki. Oh, the sub nearly became the super sub. Okay, gonna tell him to concentrate for this final period. Okay, it's us again. It's Serginho. Through one more time. Can he finish this time? Yes, he can! Serginho. Okay, it was a good decision to leave you on. Thank you for proving me right. That was a nice goal. Kind of came out of nowhere. But there we go. Mariki lays it off to Ilhan. Dinks a ball over the defensive line. Serginho is on it. And then, yeah, this time, no mistake with the finish. He took that extra stride forward into the box. And that helped us, I think. Okay, should I tinker now to close this down? Let's see what happens in this highlight. Mariki, he knocks it wide to Samed. And, oh, thought we were going to get a penalty or something there, but now we've got to watch for the Bursa counter. All right, good. We got the ball back straight away. Is Mariki going to run through? He knocks it wide to Ahmet Ilhan, and is that Samed Kilic? Yes, with his first goal for the club. Fantastic. That is what we were after, counter-attacking football. We've been so much better in this second half. Clearly, the team talk telling them that they were unlucky kept the confidence up. That was the right decision. Fantastic. Unexpected win. This is probably going to drop Bursaspor into the relegation zone. Take that, Great Khalili, leaving us, saying you're bigger than the club. And then we come and stuff your new team. There we go. If we look at that, I mean, they had the more possession. That's to be expected. They're the home team. We were playing counter. But we just made more of our chances. We got stuck in with the fouls there as well. All right. I think we have to tell them that that was a fantastic win. That was really special, lads. Who's not listening? Matt Mills. Come on. Don't get a big head. I'll give you some direct praise. Maybe it's the passionate side of it. Second half was much better. He's still not listening. Actually, he scored in the first half, didn't he? Oops. Okay, so there we go. Genclerbirligi, Matt Mills, man of the match. And Bostan made his debut. He had a good debut in goal. Oh, and this was one other thing. In between the two matches, I did get linked in the media with the Sheffield Wednesday job. I said, no chance, I'm not interested. And there we go. The board are happy. So let's just have a look at the table. Look at that. Genclerbirligi in 4th place. Just 3 points off the top. And it's Alanyaspor. Alanyaspor, the surprise leaders at this early stage. Although obviously Trabzon are still to play this weekend, so they could take top spot off them. But also now I'm just thinking back to those 5 games at the start of the season where we had to get the 8 points. I mean, look. We played Alanyaspor. We played Trabzonspor. Currently 1st and 2nd. And then Konyaspor are up there as well in 8th. It's only Kasımpaşa and Osmanlıspor were the only kind of lowly teams that we had in that first 5. So, yeah, I think the fact that we were able to get 8 points from there, that set the stage for this good run of form. How long is it going to last? Who knows? Let's have a look at the upcoming fixtures before we end today's episode. quite easy, or should be an easy win coming up, home to Adana Demirspor. Then a tough one, home to Galatasaray. Probably won't do an episode for that one just because it's too close to this particular game. Then we've got Karabükspor. They're currently in the first league, having been relegated last season. They're our next opponents in the cup. Antalyaspor, Fenerbahce. I'm thinking we might come back for Fenerbahce, possibly depending on how that cup first leg goes. We might do Fenerbahce, Karabükspor, or we might do Fenerbahce and then skip the cup game and have Akhisarspor, and that kind of brings us up to the halfway point in the season. So that's probably going to be the next episode. Wow, just a complete turnaround from what we were experiencing last season, that we haven't lost since that Alanyaspor game. We're probably going to get stuffed at home by Adana Demirspor now. But anyway, I don't care. I'm very happy with what we got. I keep getting asked in the press conferences about, do you think 35 points is going to be enough to keep you safe and stuff? And we're already on 22 after 11 games. So got to be happy with that. Thank you very much for joining me today. Please, if you've been enjoying these videos, hit the like button, share them on your social media, subscribe to the channel. I'm Dodgy Gamer, and I'll see you again soon.